So Steph, being someone who has transitioned from one career into academia, myself, I went from being a Broadway stagehand to working at a teaching and learning center. So for other people, and that was my path and my journey, um, but for other people that have media experience, video experience, and they have never worked in academia, but perhaps are interested in, yeah, I'd like to maybe work at a teaching and learning center, surrounded by faculty and students and helping people learn and build courses. And what would you say to them in terms of getting into transitioning into that field? What should they be thinking about and looking for?
Right. That's a good question. If assuming that we have all the technical skills, just
Sure,
that's a
sure.
given, right?
Yep,
So and you want to make a transition, from doing advertising to academia.
right.
It's really not that different. You're listening to the your client, and in this case, your client is the instructor, and knowing what questions to ask. And really, that's if you know the questions to ask, in terms of and being able to unpack what the instructor wants to accomplish and their learning objectives that they want to meet with using this video in their course, that's where you start. And from that, you develop the outline of what it's going to be produced and how this content is going to be used. So it's really about understanding the environment you're working in and knowing what questions to ask.
So understanding the client. So it's not that big of a transition. If you've worked with clients, these are just these clients might be a little different with different objectives and different goals, but they are clients. And if you have any experience with that, you should be able to transition in to deal with faculty as your client.
Right.
Awesome. Great.